Okay, am I on? Am I hearing? Am I on? Do I hear? Oops. Am I on? Do I hear? I don't hear on here. That's my Yeti. I see I'm live in Facebook, but I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Oh, I hear it. I hear it. On. Am I hearing? If you are on and if you are seeing me on Facebook, let me know. I might have fixed this. Please. Okay. Click to start. Oh, you guys can hear me. Yes, I agree. Love, hate with glazing. There's that. Get rid of that. Dale, check and see if you can see me on YouTube as well. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get past the new Facebook break. So I'm setting up early so I could see if this would work. That's better. Really? I fixed it? Yay. Okay. I'm excited because I think I'm able to do both at the same time. Woohoo. Am I still hearing myself? What a lag. Am I still hearing myself? Okay. Woohoo. I fixed it. I'm in both places. There's the hand. We're early. I'm way early. I came on, you guys, like way early to see if I could fix this because Facebook changed everything. You can't stream with the third-party software, but I'm doing it right now. So, and you're not supposed to be able to get comments, but I get them. I'm confused. So it's kind of crazy. Let me go back to my window. And I see, oh, yay. I see, oh, those birds. I see YouTube comments. Somebody on Facebook, oh, Kim, I saw that you put, Carla's got hello. Okay, so I am seeing both YouTube and Create Group. Boy, is it terrible trying to figure out how to do this now that they changed everything in Facebook. So, I'm up. It's working. No echoes, no nothing, right, guys? All right. Images seem lagged and blurry. And that's on YouTube? It's lagged and blurry? It's usually that way on Facebook. I wonder if it's because the new way you have to set up, but YouTube, it didn't change. So all of you people out on YouTube land, tell me if you're getting a huge lag and you're blurry. Jessica on Facebook says it sounds good. There you are. Hi from Ohio. Hi, Carolyn. It isn't for you, Carla, on YouTube. Katrina, it looks like it might be just yours. Go out, close out, and then go back in and see if that helps, or if it's possibly your internet. Woo! I'm dizzy from all this trying to fix this and make it work, but it's working. We're excited. Okay, so again, we're early. Hey, Misty, I'm good. Okay, thank you. Sally, no lag. Awesome. So again, Katrina, it may be your internet. Jump off and jump back on and see if it's so good. Oh, you're so cheeky. Cheeky. Wonder what that means. Seems fine, clear, no echo. Yay! We beat the Facebook game. Okay. So here, our weather is so nice. I hear we're in for a cold front. We're in May and we're getting ready to have a cold front. What is going on in your neck of the woods, guys? And tonight I'm just going to, oh good, Renee. Tonight I'm just going to do some glazing. Why? Because I rarely ever do glazing in a life. Because, you know, when you glaze on your own, it's like watching paint dry. So why would you want to watch somebody else do it and watch their paint dry? I don't know. But I've had people say, we don't ever see you glaze. So I'm going to glaze. And let me tell you, it's hot in the shop. What's the temp out there in the shop? It's cold in here. I'm cold. So I forget. Maybe it's not cold outside. Okay. Oh, it's still 5 till. So Texas cold front as in high 60s or a real cold front? Well, probably the high 60s. But that's still cold. I just saw the thing on my phone that said we were going to go into a cold front. So, hey, while we're waiting for it to actually get 5 o'clock. And again, I simply got on early to see if I could actually pull this off of using a third-party software in Facebook and YouTube at the same time because they took that ability away. However, I'm on with my third-party software. So I want to talk a little bit and remind you, we are getting ready to start per popular request, a subscription box. And this box is going to have our tools. It's going to have tools from other people. It's going to have all kinds of little goodies in it. And there are going to be, we're going to be putting some textures and some things in there that will be exclusive to that subscription box. That we won't put out on the website. So those that get in on the subscription box will have some unique items that won't be available outside of that. And these boxes are going to be limited to start with, a limited amount, because we have to get a feel for, since we're not just putting our stuff in, we're putting stuff from other companies. Where am I getting all this dust? And I have to get that stuff ordered in. So especially the first few times around, those subscription boxes will be limited. And so if you don't get in and get it, you're going to miss some really cool textures because they'll be gone forever. And it's just because it's the only way we could figure out how to do it, with having stuff from other vendors I can't just keep a whole stock of their inventory. Heck, I can't even keep my own inventory. So that's just kind of how we're going to do it to start. I have everything almost set up so that I can, raining and sunny in Misty's neck of the woods. Awesome. Oh God, Edie, you're casting it to your TV. That must be really huge. Ooh, ah. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I have everything almost set up to where I will start sending out emails if you're on the newsletter list on my website, and I will be putting posts out in this group, in my regular group, on YouTube, on Instagram, with a link that you can click to sign up to get all the juicy details of how we're going to run this subscription box and what we're going to do. And as we get those details put together. So this sign up is simply to get all the details as we get them locked in. You'll be the first to know if you sign up on that wait list or that email list. You will be the first to know all the things about the subscription box. It doesn't mean it signs you up for the subscription box. It's simply signing you up to be first in line to get details. And then once those details come out, we will give you a link to sign up if you choose. So don't think by signing up for this wait list, email list, that that's automatically going to charge you or put you purchasing this box. It is not. You will get your chance to get the details, and you will have the opportunity after that to sign up if you choose. But you're going to want to sign up for the details because there's going to be a lot of fun details coming. Mary Jane Smith, love your Cocopelli and Going Baroque textured rolling pins. Awesome. We've got people on from Mexico, North California. I'm assuming that NorCal is Northern California. My daughter just got back from San Francisco. She said it was a little chilly out there. Mary Jane also says, I don't know about you guys, but I have a love-hate relationship with glazing. Or is it just me? No, it's not just you. I think a lot of us have a love-hate relationship with glazing. I have so much going on that glazing seems to be one of the last things I do. And I've got to get better about getting my stuff glazed. If you can see behind me, that's the stuff that I'm going to glaze tonight. But I have racks and racks and racks of stuff that needs glaze. So tonight, I'm simply going to sit here and glaze, and we're just going to chit chat. If you have questions, put them in the chat. I'm actually able to see comments from Facebook and from YouTube. It used to pick up how many people were on from YouTube in my Facebook screen, but now it doesn't connect the two, so I can't tell, and I don't like that. That's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So let me tell you a few of the things that I do. I actually have a little bucket of water here, and I have several brushes. I have a big, thicker, moppier brush if I have big spaces, and I have several fan brushes. These are Mako's Soft Fan CB618. Actually, all you care about is it's a Mako number 8. I like those because they're pretty beefy. And then I also have, well, this used to say what it was, but it doesn't say anymore because it's all wiped off. So I don't remember what those are. But I always have a bunch of brushes handy. And and I have sponges and my water. So that's how I start. I also will, and I've already done this in advance. If you can see, I actually, before I get started, because I hate having all my stuff set out and then going, oh, what am I going to glaze this now? And jump up and go dig through my glazes and all that. So I get stuff set out previously. For instance, this big dish I'm going to actually do, it's one of my favorites, and I have a request for this bowl to go to. And it's just going to be obsidian with seaweed over it. Because again, this is already going as a gift. And as you can see, I already waxed the bottom of this. So I put what I'm going to use but typically I'll set it all out on my slab roller, and I'll put the piece and I'll put the glazes in front and put the piece and put the glazes in front. Because then when I sit down to glaze, I have everything already, and I just go, and I've already, because my pieces have sat in my studio for so long and collected dust, I took it to my kitchen sink and wiped them all out. So they're freshly wiped out. So I shouldn't have fingerprints, and I got the dust out. If yours is freshly out of the kiln, you could even maybe blow it off. We used to blow it off with the compressed air, and so this is something that we made quite some time ago. This is with our Fiery Flowers carved board, and with our bronze salad bowl, which has become so popular. And I'm actually going to use, Paula McCoy's Colors for Earth color concentrates on the back of this, and hoping that they don't stick in the firing. So I'm going to use those for that. And I have one of my little double dipper trays. What is my lighting? That we made quite some time ago. And I'm going to use a color concentrate with an Amico over the top of that. But I have these all lined and ready. And then I'm going to play with Mako's new, come back here. Mako's new stoneware set. I haven't used any of those, but I've already picked out in our new beaded bowls, in our curvaceous Simply Elegant bowls. Look at these. I don't know why. Hold on. That's like too bright. And let me get my other camera going. Oops, I did that backwards, didn't I? That's me, that's this. So I have my curvaceous that we did quite some time ago. And I'm gonna do those in the new the new Mako colors. And so I'm excited. Yes, this is a little boring, but it is what it is. Now, the other thing that I do, I set these out, and then what I do is I take a picture of the glazes and the piece, so that I know when they come out what was what. I don't write them all down in advance. I take a picture with my phone. Then, if it comes out really cool, then I go write it in my log. If it doesn't come out very cool, then don't waste writing it in there, because it's not anything I'm ever going to use again. So tell me in the comments what your process is. And as you're doing that, I will tell you also that when I wax my bottoms, I have an electric skillet that I plug in, and I just use the paraffin wax for canning. So you want to be in a very, very well ventilated area. You don't want to be breathing that, although it's really no different than candle wax. But, and so then what I do is I will take, you can see in the round picture, I will take and set my piece in there. And you got to be careful of how high, how much wax you put in the skillet. You only want to go, you know, however high that you're going to want to go on your foot. Then I set that in the skillet, count to 10, and I lift it up and I let it drip until it's done dripping. Because if you shake it, what'll happen is you'll get drops that'll splatter up here, but it gives the most crisp wax line. I can't paint a wax line on as well as that will happen. And I think what I'll do is save this one because it's just obsidian and seaweed. I'll save it for last. I know you guys have probably used that a lot. I'm going to start with this part. And using Paula McCoy's Color for Earth, I'm just going to run it in here. And first thing I need is a bigger brush because, here we go. I always have a little chip brush laying around because when I sponge this out, there are pieces of sponge all in here. And I don't want that getting in my glaze. So I'm going to sponge that off. Anybody else have like a routine that they do? Yes, wax your bottom by all means. Just kidding. I have issues with getting wax distributed where it's not wanted. Any suggestions? Yes, Mary Jane. I don't know if you typed that in before or after I said what I do, but my my pot is over there buried right now. But yeah, it's simply a electric skillet, and I melt paraffin wax in there, and I just set my piece in, and I lift it up after I count to 10, and it gives you a perfect wax line. Again, the key is how deep you melt wax in there, and you have to set it down straight, and then I let go, I count to 10, and then I pick it straight up and I hold it. I don't pick it up and shake it because the wax is still hot and it will mess it up. Great idea with the dice. Who said something about dice? Mary Jane, what was the great idea about the dice? I use the Clay Lab app. Oh, yeah, that's good too. My problem with that is I get my phone so backed up with pictures that I don't have room for anything. I spent hours yesterday dumping everything off my phone. How many of you have used Paula McCoy's color concentrates? Colors for Earth, color concentrates. Back, golly, way before I ever even started clay. This was, I don't think, well, my grandson just turned 18 Wednesday. And he's graduating next week and off to college. And I don't know that he was even born yet when I was using her paints on glass. I used to do glass. When I found clay, I haven't really been doing glass anymore, but I will someday. Now with these, I'm going to go for a skinny little brush. I think I put her brushes away. I did. I got a whole pack of her brushes over here. Actually, if she watches me do this with her brushes, she's going to probably freak out. But, so I'm not. Let me find a good brush for that. You know what? I'm going to use this great big brush because this is just a jumbo goat hair brush. I also dip it in the water and then just kind of do that to get the water out. Am I going to stain this piece first? What do you mean by stain it, Mary Jane? I'm going to take her color concentrates. I was so organized except for one thing. I forgot to grab my paint palette to put this in. Hold on one second. I forgot to grab my paint palette, so I'm just going to grab a couple of little dishes here and make sure they're not dusty. And I'm just going to pour some of hers in here, just like that. And I'm going to use them like I would use velvets and things like that. Susan, I started using colors for earth, color strokes. I only found 3 colors that seemed to fade at a hot 5-6. I have the new textile. Oh, good. Okay, so, oh, no, not on this one. I see what you're saying, Mary Jane. No, I'm not going to put black on this one first because this one, I'm just going to have quite a bit of water on my brush and I'm going to make this one, I'm going to wipe this back. But I'm not doing it with black. I'm going to wipe these colors back. But what I want to do is kind of get an ombre effect with this. And I don't know if Paula uses them this way or not. And I don't know how well they'll work this way, but it's an experiment. Whoops. Color concentrates are kind of Paula's underglaze. But you can also use them, you would put a glaze over the top of them, like a clear glaze or something. So I'm just coming. And Susan, I fired to a hot 5-6. So did you put up there which ones? Yes, her color concentrates are the underglazes. Did you put up there which colors that you have seen burn out? Because hopefully I'm not using those. Okay, I'm just going around. And I'm going to get faster on this. Because I don't want to be here all night. I have a meeting with my founders group. But I just wanted to do something different today. All right. That was her CC 111 red geranium is what I used on this part. Now I'm just going to, I don't know if she puts it back in her bottle either, but I always do. I never waste it. Paula's probably going to just freak out at the way I use her colors. Hey, so did you guys see my post about the Jenga game? So we had a family birthday bash. Our whole family's birthdays except 2 people lie between March and mid-May. The whole family. And so every year we do a birthday bash and we do a big crawfish boil. And with my grandson turning 18 and graduating, he invited a bunch of friends. He invited 13 and 10 showed up. So there was 11 of them with everybody else. And he came up with this. Have you seen the Jenga? Ooh, that one's thin. This one is Florida Orange, CC 116. So the Jenga game, y'all know what the Jenga game is. Color strokes are opaque. Yes. Oh, good, Paula. Good. You're in there. Don't die when you see what I'm doing with your colors. I'm just making an ombre effect because I have all this texture and hoping that and I'm going to wipe it back. Oops, I got a hair. I'm going to wipe it back. So we're going to see what happens here. You're probably just shuddering in your shoes right now. Anyway, in this Jenga game, my grandson got a hold of me on Thursday night. The party was Saturday. And he's like, Mama, I have an idea. I want to do blah, blah, blah. So I had to go get the Jenga game. I had to, Paula, do you see Susan's post about the 3 colors that have faded at a hot 5-6? Do you have a way to avoid that? Anyway, so I guess this is a thing. So we painted the ends of the Jengas so that you could see which one you pull, you could see the end, the color. And on the table beside it, we had the paint color next to 2 bowls. Each paint color had 2 bowls. And so whichever Jenga piece you pulled, then, and it didn't fall over, you had to go pick one of the items out of those 2 bowls that you had to eat. And then, of course, one color was a mystery. You know, it was supposed to be a mystery. And then the super, super ickiest thing was for the person who knocked it over. And our super, super icky thing was pickled pig's feet. And our mystery thing was, how many of you like or have eaten potted meat? I think potted meat is gross. Mr. Wilson loves it. But what I did for the mystery food was I took, I'm so mean. I took a can of potted meat and poured it in a bowl and put a bunch of spoons. So, excuse me. So whoever got that, you know, would have a clean spoon. But next to the bowl, don't be stingy. Paula says, don't be stingy with your pinks and purples. When you get it like you want it, add an extra coat. Awesome. Deborah says she ate potted meat as a kid all the time. Well, the kids today don't eat that stuff. But anyway, on the table, I had that dish of potted meat, and sitting next to it, I had a little can of cat food. So the boys, they all thought it was cat food, and they were like, oh, God. And it was so funny because when they would go to pull their Jenga piece, they'd be looking at the colors and looking over the table and go, okay, no, I'm not getting that one because I don't want that. Oh, nope, not pulling this one. It was just the funniest thing. And they avoided that potted meat like the plague. Like I said, they thought it was cat food. And they wanted nothing to do with that. And then the same poor kid lost twice in a row. And he had to eat, and I have videos of it. They're not my kids, so I didn't put it out on social media. But when he had to eat the pig's feet or take a bite of it, I don't know. if he was more grossed out or if the boys watching were more grossed out, but they were all like, look. And he took a good bite of it. I was really impressed. So Paula, my intention, hopefully you're still on. My intention was to wipe this back and then put clear over it because I want my texture to show. I did not put a black to highlight this. If I don't wipe this back, will my texture show? Even though I didn't put a base color to wipe back on there? Miss Paula, are you still on? Oh, yes, it will show. Okay, so you're the color concentrate experts. I'm trying to get that little ombre effect. Should I not wipe it back and then just put a clear coat on it when it dries, or should I go ahead and wipe it back? That was red germanium in the middle, Florida orange, and now on the outside, I'm going to go with a yellow, which is sunflowers. As soon as I wipe my bowl out. Would you leave just the color, Paula, or would you wipe it back and then just do clear? And are you just shuddering in your shoes at what I'm doing here? Again, that was sunflower. And I'm keeping quite a bit of water in my brush. So I may not even be getting thick enough coats for her colors. I've just always used them on glass. I would wipe very lightly just to hit the highlights. Okay, cool. And I'm also going overlapping these. I'm really wanting this to just go red, orange, yellow and be really brilliant. That's what I'm going for. And we'll see. This brush is just really losing hair. So, how many of you are interested in the how many of you guys are interested in the subscription box, and what kind of things do you want to see in them? Put it in the chat what you would like underwear? Oh, so back to what all we had. We had sardines and mustard sauce. We had, oh my God. The kids thought, or Charlie came up with some of the foods. We had dried crickets. Do you know that's a thing? Crickets, edible crickets. Interested in textures, oh, and stamps. Okay. Well, obviously there's going to be textures. You know, I've been enamored with textures way before I got into clay. In fact, I used to sandblast on glass. I have a piece right here. If you can see this through so this is very, very light, and then this is very, very deep. But look at the textures. I don't have anything dark. Oh, wait. Okay, you can see it this way. Everything is textured. And that was way back when I was sandblasting glass. God, that was 20 years ago. I think that was before Charlie was even born. There's definitely going to be textures, guys, in those boxes. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of the textures in the boxes that will be exclusive only to the box. And once that month comes and goes, or I'm going to only do it every other month, because I think doing something like that every single month, one, it's too expensive. And two, I mean, if you were getting a bunch of new stuff like that every single month, what are you going to do with it all, right? But when those months are gone, that texture's gone. And I won't be putting it out, which I know my whole business is selling stuff, and I'm not going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing exclusive stuff in here, and I want people to be able to have some stuff out there that maybe not everybody has. I'm not trying to leave people out. I don't mean to do that. But okay, I think I need this a little darker. Trying to get in all the little cracks and crevices. So besides textures, oh, Deborah, you need to fill up your new workshop. This may be an unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry if it offends anyone, but I am less interested in beauty things and more interested in items I can create new clay pieces with. Okay, so you're probably referring to when I said, I'd probably put, I feel pretty kind of stuff in there too, which what I was referring to is maybe a little thing of hand cream, because our hands are always in clay. I mean, this box isn't going to be all full of makeup and hair stuff. It's not. It's really all about clay tools and that kind of thing. But I may throw in a little item here and there, because we got to remember, we are also got to take care of ourselves, right? So, you're not offending me, that's for sure. I think I want to go back with a little more of the orange. I'm probably using way too much of this. Stencils and rim templates, yes. The Melody, will the subscription price be the same each month, or will it vary? Okay, it's going to be every other month, and it's going to be the same. And I can tell you that the value of what's in the box obviously will be more than what you're paying for it. Now, when we did, if you look back at our website, at our surprise project boxes that we did, when we sold them as a surprise, we sold them for less than what they were once it was revealed. But even at the price of once it was revealed, what was in the box was worth more still than the price of the kit. And it'll be the same way this time, only we won't, you won't know what's in it till you get it. But we won't sell them once it's been revealed. It's only in the subscription, if that makes sense. It will be a surprise. Do you have a general idea how much? Not at this time, I don't, because we are bringing other vendors on board with this to help in the load of what we're putting in the boxes, if that makes sense. So it won't be just our product. There will be other things in there. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and then I'll wipe it back. And because I pre-selected, it goes really quickly. What time is it? 6:30. Brushes and favorite tools. Yes, there will be tools from other companies. I know, like I said, I have companies on board, and I get people that ask me all the time. Dang it. I have people that ask me all the time when I'm using certain things, oh, where did you get that? Where did you get that? Well, I can't find this and I can't find that. Those are the type of things that I have rounded up to put in the box. I think it would be okay to offer the items after a period of time. You're going to be spending time and effort on developing items. You should be able to sell them. Yeah, but there will be some things that we will sell, like maybe independently, but there are going to be exclusive items in there, because I need people to have a valid reason for wanting to be in the subscription. Okay, so on the big curvaceous, I'm using testing glazes on my big pieces. And why would I do that? Because the Shopee shape forms for these, it makes them so easy to create that if it turns out good, I have a good piece. I don't want to use that brush anymore. Ugh. I'm going to go for my big moppy brush over here, my big Mako number 8. And I'm using Mako's new Stoneware 219 Opal Luster. How many of you have all seen the new glazes? Opal Luster is, oh, I can do it right here. Opal Luster is this one. I'm going to use Opal Luster. I'm going to use Micro Cerulean, and then I'm going to use the Micro Pearl. Not on the same piece, but individually on these pieces. And the reason I'm doing that is because with this texture that's here, I want the glaze to help it stand out and not just see all glaze. So I am going to use Opal Luster. So really, tonight, the reason I'm glazing is because I didn't have to think about it. And I really wanted to be able to talk to you about the subscription box and get ideas of what you guys would like to see in there. Will the Zoom in the other group be able to replay? I have to go. I hadn't. Yeah, I'll record it. I'll record it for replay. I have tried all the ones you've mentioned. Okay, Carla, and how did you love them? Misty, you got them and you bought 4 jars of the Opal Luster and you hope it comes out. Well, I'm hoping right along with you, because I'm going to be firing this to probably almost a cone 6. And it does say 2 to 3 coats. So, and I'm a heavy glazer, and I thought about using some light flux around the top edge for it to like go down in. But I thought, yeah, since it's the first time, I'm just going to leave it as is and get a true feeling of what it looks like. I almost hit the button on Opal Luster, but chickened out. Well, you might want to wait. I will put this in the kiln tomorrow morning, and then I'll do a kiln opening Wednesday, Thursday, probably Friday. And so you can see what it looks like. Others seem to be disappointed in the forums. Oh, shoot, it pools to a beige? That'll be terrible. But that just means I'll have to make more of these bowls and try another glaze, right? And I'm putting this on pretty heavy. I don't want it to... you know what? I'm going to put light flux on the top. I want to make sure it runs. I don't want it to just be boring. So I'm going to put flux on the top of this when it dries so that it can run down into these grooves. I just decided I'm doing it. I'm going for it. Anybody use these with light flux yet? Deborah says you don't wait between coats. No, not usually. The first coat, no, because usually by the time I'm around to the other side, it has soaked into the bisque, and I can see, I don't know if you could see it on through the camera, but I could see it was already drying by the time I got around. So now when I get it this wet, yeah, then I set it aside and let it dry. But usually not the first coat. Yeah, do it. Do it with the light flux. I think I'm going to. Yeah, Susan, those new spectrums. In fact, I thought I had set out, I did. I have the sangria I was going to put on something tonight too. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to bring this one back. And I'm going to lightly... The micro pearl turned out as pictured. Well, that's good to know. Let me see. Oh, good. Because I'm getting ready to use it next. Okay, I'm going to just lightly knock the tops off of these. And this texture is so deep that you can knock it off the top easily and not get into the grooves. Yeah, I love sangria. See how well it knocks off the top and doesn't go in because this texture is so darn deep. I use this texture a lot on the outside because it is so deep. But this bowl, I wanted it on the inside. Hairs. Yeah, see, I am trying this on those new glazes, I'm actually doing them on non-textured pieces. Well, sort of textured because it has the grooves in it, but not textured like this. Just to see what it does. Boy, this just wipes right off the top. Super, super easy. I like that. I like it, Paula. If you're still on here, I like that it comes off real easy. I can't wait to see this done. I hope I got it. Enough on there. But even having it just soft colors is going to be pretty. Oh, I'm good. Okay, good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting ready. I bought a bunch of coyote glazes as well. I've got some projects coming up that I want to use some of the coyote glazes, and I have some painting stuff that I want to do that I'm really looking forward to getting into. Paula's, oh, the sponge is like breaking apart on me. It's not really the sponge I should be using for this, but it is what it is. Okay, I think that's enough off of there for what I'm looking for. And we get the sponge pieces out of there. Look at that. Can't wait to see that done. I will do the backside off the air. That other piece is still not dry, so I'll do the next coat later. For the subscriptions boxes, I think forms would be nice as well. I will tell you, it will probably be single forms if putting forms in there. These great big forms are just way too big and way too heavy. But you never know. With us, you never know what you're going to get. The other project boxes that we did, the Montana leather one, had a texture board, a form, a template, stencil, stamps, had all kinds of stuff in there. What time are we at? Okay, shoot. I didn't get a whole lot done. Okay, this one, don't do that at home. Woo, that was dusty. I thought I washed that out. This one I'm going to use the color concentrates again. That just had too much dust. That's why I wetted it down. I'm going to have to go clean that one better. It's just got too much dust in it. All right, we'll do this one. Micro Cerulean. That was a great box of supplies. Are you talking the Montana the Montana leather box. Yeah. All right, hold 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. But that orange color just ruined my water. And since my studio's right here next to my faucet, I was able to get it. This one is that micro cerulean. And I thought it might have little crystals in it because of what it looked like on the box. Doesn't appear to, but I thought it might, which is why I wanted to stir it. But I don't think it does. Yes, that leather. I'll tell you, that leather is one of my all-time favorites. Done on the laser, but then also the way we did it with the carving, I still can't decide which way I love it the most. Which way do you guys like it better? On the laser or carved? I don't know if Mr. Wilson's out there talking to the dogs or the chickens. There shouldn't be anybody out there, but I hear him just talking. Oh, he must be on the phone. It's rare. It'll fire with crystals. That's good to know. I want these dishes are so elegant that I want to keep the glaze pretty simple on them. And you will see that, you know, I kind of do things a little unconventionally. You know, like doing my second coat before the first one dries. But then I wait for it to dry before the third coat. But that's, again, only because the bisque sucks up that first coat so quickly. See, if you look over here, all of that is dry. It's already dry from my first coat, which is why I go back with the second coat. I can see what's dry. I cannot wait to see these fired. It is either going to be Christmas or a bad birthday. Yeah, that triple texture one is really cool. I've got several other multi-textured ones in the works. I just am not bringing anything out until Mr. Wilson gets caught up. These fancy forms like this, I will tell you, take over 3 days a piece in Mr. Wilson touching them. And then the machine time, but the hands-on time to get it prepped and ready for the machine is crazy. And I didn't know that they would be as huge as, well, I did when I saw them made, but they were a huge hit. And so we had ordered the other machine, and so he got behind getting it up and running, but he's back in full production, so we are behind. But let me tell you, it's going to be so worth it, because these little guys are so easy to make. Please show us when they're, I definitely will show you when they're fired. What time is it? I'm going to get one more done. 6:52. Okay, I'm going to put this one up because I'll go back and do the third. I will do a third coat on all three of these big dishes. See what I do? I also squeeze out what's in my brush back into my bottle. These things are expensive, and you would be surprised at how much glaze is actually in the brush. So I squeeze it out, you know. Money's in. Mr. Wilson just walked by the front door and Cricket saw him. I don't know why Mr. Wilson does that. Let me shut the door. Hush, Cricket. Mr. Wilson does that every time I'm live. He'll go walk. Now Cricket, listen to him. He's gonna cuss me out. Not really. He's just gonna go because I made him mad. Okay, micro pearl, and I know the difference because this bowl is setting up. When I went to wipe these out, I had brown on my sponge, but I'm hoping that this won't show because I didn't want to get it too awful wet. Yeah, I will definitely put these in the kiln tomorrow morning. Let them get nice and dry. And I like to start my kiln early in the morning so that I'm not up with it all night long. Which means probably Saturday I'll be able to show this. Probably Saturday. I forgot I had it sitting on my banding wheel. It's much easier to just use the banding wheel. But I want it to go up these. What other ideas do you guys have? Let's see. I love all the pins. The carved ones are cut above because they are so deep. Just amazing. You keep hitting it out of the ballpark. Oh, thank you, Misty. We try to keep upping the game for you guys. That's for sure. Now this one, it's funny because when you're putting this on, you can certainly tell the difference in the thicknesses of these glazes. And a little piece of sponge. Y'all get little pieces of sponge. I hate when I get something in my glaze. I will dig it out and then reglaze it. Now, I'll do a short video when I do that third coat because I'm gonna put that light flux over it on the ends. So because I want to see how it will like swoop down, because you know we are the swoopers, right? That Sassy Swooper box is coming out. I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to be something else. I don't know if I told you, we're also doing a t-shirt club with sassy clay sayings on them that will be available as well, but they won't be part of that subscription box. But if you like them, you'd be able to add it to it for less than just buying the t-shirt if you didn't have the subscription box, if that makes sense. Just a benefit of being in the subscription. And remember, it's every other month. It's not every single month, because what would you do with all that stuff every single month? You wouldn't have time to really be making stuff with one thing before the next thing arrived, right? I got beautiful results with these glazes you're testing tonight. Oh, you fired the hot cone 6. Okay. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, I got well, I don't know if I can. I'm afraid to move it. I was going to show you the big bowl I made for my daughter. It's with colored clay, but I'm afraid to move it. I don't want to break it. I'll show it to you when it's done. Okay. There's 2 good coats of that. Micro pearl. If you got beautiful results, Carla, did you use 2 coats or 3? 2 good coats or 3 good coats of the glaze? And did you try putting flux on any of yours? I'd be curious to know. Three coats. Did you try putting any flux on them? I wanted to run some on these bowls, and I don't know that it'll run if I don't put the flux on there, since I really have no texture. But we will see. I will be the test dummy. I don't mind. Okay, Carla, you are on Facebook. Carla's Corner, you're on YouTube. Carla's Corner. Carla, what is your last name? And unless you don't want to put it up there, I understand that as well. Put that right there. I didn't get it all done like I wanted to, but I got some done, and I'll get the rest done tonight. Carlos. Okay. Now I recognize the name. Thank you. All right, guys, that's going to be it, because I got to go meet with my other group on a Zoom. Oh, one other thing is I'm contemplating, so you might want to think and put comments out here, is having a private group with the subscription boxes. I haven't decided yet. But I will see you all next week, and we'll make a project next week. I would be careful. Outside pots will run. Yeah, I'm only going to put the flux on the inside, so it'll run into the bowl, not on the outside. I value my shells. All right, guys. See you. Swallowed my Dr. Pepper wrong. I will see you all next week.